Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for all signs for the full moon in Gemini. So it's a reading for the collective in honor of the full moon. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about this lunation, then I'm going to follow it up with some oracle and then the tarot reading. So it's time-stamped. If you're not interested in this part, please skip ahead. We've got a full moon happening in Gemini at roughly 4:16 a.m. Eastern time on Monday the 27th. So it's going to happen on Monday the 27th for all of us at close to 5 degrees in the sign of Gemini. Whenever we have a full moon, it's always opposite the sun, and that's where we get the full illumination. But there's also tension there because with the moon and the sun opposite each other, they're vying for that illumination. And we have the sun in Sagittarius, which is ninth house themes of spirituality, the higher mind, the expansive approach, opposite and higher truths, very important, the higher truth. And then we have Gemini, not necessarily the lower mind, but certainly the more rational everyday way of approaching our thoughts, our perceptions, our ideas, and most of all our communication, since Gemini rules the third house of communication. So we kind of need to acknowledge that's what's being illuminated, some higher truths, especially with regard to our communication, and focus in on where it isn't serving our growth or our ascension or our highest good or our higher self. Whatever it is that you seek to evolve to, where might your communication be getting in the way? Okay, that's because the full moon's about release. So there may be something that you recognize in yourself and you say, yeah, the higher truth of that is I'm not real good when I get frustrated, or I'm not real good when I feel I'm being left in the dark. You know, where does your communication fail the situation and or just yourself? That's the focus here. Okay, so I did want to mention that the sun, the planet Mars, and the planet Mercury are all together in the sign of Sagittarius. The moon is across in another mutable sign of Gemini, and between all of that is Saturn. So there is a cross here with Saturn being the great teacher, the Lord of Karma, lessons being learned. It feels, and squares are very intractable energies, right? It's hard to move the wall and the floor where they meet. It's sort of immovable. So there may be some tension here, and there may be some lessons that you're being presented with. Yeah, Saturn's in Pisces, so it will have to do with whatever energy is coming up for you, where you're more sensitive, where there are things that you don't really want to look at, that are uncomfortable for you to acknowledge or see the truth in. So lessons will be learned if we don't shift or change, because all of this is happening in the mutable signs. Mutable signs are changeable. If we don't shift or change our ways, you know, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you got. And that all kind of comes to a head in this full moon. So that's what we're looking at. That's the energy we're working with. Higher truths, the higher mind, an expanded way of looking at situations, seeing things more clearly with regard to our communication styles, our thoughts and perceptions, and how they impact what we say. Words do matter. Okay, so that's what I have for you about this lunation. I'm keeping it short and cheerful. I did want to also mention that we had the Black Friday offer, for those of you that might have missed it, was for 10 private reading spots at a very deep discount. Those all sold out, but I'm going to start Cyber Monday early. So if you're still interested in a private reading, there are 5 more spots available. There's a link below. It's not as deep a discount as the Black Friday deal, but it's still a pretty good discount. So if you've been wanting a private reading and you're just hearing about this now, click the link. It'll take you to the Cyber Monday deal. 5 spots, once they're gone, it's done. Also, there's an unlimited use of a promo code for any extendeds, and that special is going to run all the way through December 1st. So for this whole week coming up until 11:59 p.m., December 1st, Eastern Time. And the promo code is B as in black, F as in Friday. So if you click on any link to any extended that I've already done and all through this week, if you click on that link, there's a little box on the purchase page and it says apply promo code. Click the box. Another box opens up. Type in capital B, capital F, and click the words apply code. And it does it before you even hit the buy now box, and it takes that $3 off. Okay, so I wanted to kind of let you know because it looks like some people may not have seen the box that says apply promo code. Your promo code is B as in black, F as in Friday, and it's good all the way through this week until December 1st. Got it? Okay, so now I'm going to jump into the Oracle. Just wanted to let you know, I was not expecting all those readings to sell out, but they did. So I got 5 more spots for Cyber Monday. I hope to read for you soon. Okay, this is, what deck am I pulling from? Moonology Messages for the full moon in Gemini for all signs. Let's see what we get. Ah, I love it. So the messages are a moonflower, take a risk, kind of where we've been, right? That feels like the Fool energy. Healing moon, seek healing. For those of us who took a risk and it didn't work really well, we might need to seek a little healing. And then Moon Goddess, higher power. What was I just talking about? Your higher power, your higher self, your higher authority, your highest good. Yeah, whatever it is that we take risks on, sometimes we need to go back and review the game tape. When it doesn't work out, seek the healing around it and then respond from our highest self and our higher power. Very interesting Oracle messages for you. Let's jump in. I'll do a modified Celtic cross, and then the extended's going to go all the way around the zodiac. Aries through Pisces, good for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So you get up to 8, right? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for you, for your divine counterpart, if you know all those placements. Potentially 8 messages for everyone in the extended. Here we go, and the link to that is below. All right, here we go. Yes, seeking healing, 4 of Swords. What's the challenge around that? The Devil. Yes, because fears, insecurities rising up. The Devil can be egoic fear and resistance. Sometimes we feel a pull towards something that we may not feel is in our highest and best. Underneath, 10 of Swords, in our unconscious awareness, painful endings, 5 of Wands in the past, some conflict, 7 of Swords is on the mind. Wow, a higher truth here about some deception, some betrayal, Ace of Cups going forward. For some of you, this is about brand new love after a very painful ending. For some of you, with a karmic partner, with somebody that did not have your best interests at heart, and you're finally acknowledging that higher truth. And maybe you've known all along, but this is the moment that it's upon you. And I feel like I'm seeing a clearing of the path for the new love. This is for some of you. It's a general reading, not a personal or private reading. So A, it won't resonate for everybody, and B, it's for everybody. So there are a lot of potential interpretations. Just take it as it resonates for you. For others of you, I do feel that what you're healing from is your own fears and resistance, your own energy where you feel pulled back into old patterns where, you know, you tend to see the glass half empty instead of half full. Remember, this moon is about perceptions. Do you maybe not trust this person's intentions? Do you feel fearful? Do you still need to heal from something that ended in the past, where whether it was in this connection or maybe a different relationship altogether where there was a painful ending, 10 of Swords, and now you're kind of conflicted, 5 of Wands. You know, there's something vying for your attention whenever the Five of Wands comes around. It can be an outside source of conflict, absolutely, but it can also be this sense of feeling conflicted within yourself. And for some of you, this person may very well be the love of your life, and maybe you're just having a fear-based response based on a past experience with this person or someone else. But that's what I'm seeing. Take whichever interpretation most resonates, if at all. Four of Swords and the Devil. Queen of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Empress. It is about reclaiming your power, working through your fears, working through whatever it is. I'm feeling like it needs your focus. It needs your attention. That is what this full moon is asking for. It's saying, look at me. The sun is shining on me, and the sun is on the other side saying, wait a minute. There's a higher truth here that needs to be explored, that needs to be acknowledged. And how is this devil energy? Where are you feeling tied to old patterns, old belief systems, old things that kind of hold you down and keep you small? So I'm seeing the Queen of Wands here as that rising into your full authority, your higher power. Yes, and the Eight of Pentacles. It's going to take some work to heal from something from the past, or something that we've got the Empress here that you were open to, that you were receptive to, and that either really hurt or deceived you or betrayed you, or you feel like you were taken advantage of. Whatever it is that you need to focus on, whether it was in this connection or not, it's time to look at how it's impacting you, how it's taking away your power so that you can reclaim your power. That's your focus, your mission, if you choose to accept it. So let's see the Ten of Swords in your unconscious awareness. Judgment, Eight of Cups, Nine of Swords. Yeah, with this full moon in Gemini, there is a tendency to sort of be preoccupied with some worry, with some anxiety, invasive, intrusive thoughts, Nine of Swords, because what you're contemplating here on an unconscious level, as well as conscious, because we have the Seven of Swords, is whether or not there's any room for forgiveness, judgment, second chances, forgiveness, redemption from this painful ending, or is it just time to move forward on your path? Okay, and we have the Nine of Swords here, means this is not letting you rest. It's not letting you recover. It's not letting you heal. So that's probably one of the decisions that you'll be left to wrangle with. Let's see the Five of Wands in the past. The Sun, High Priestess, Three of Cups. So in the past, I feel there was definitely some tension, some conflict impacting your happiness here, but there was some sort of intuitive hit, High Priestess, that you may have not bought into a terminal state, right? The Ten of Swords, a finality of whatever it was that kind of unraveled. You may have in the back of your mind be in consideration of some form of reconciliation. So whatever tension there was or conflict that was swirling around the connection, it definitely impacted your happiness. But I do feel on some level, whether it threw you into no communication or separation with this person, the reconciliation, the coming back together, the cause for celebration was still there, sitting in your unconscious awareness. That's why right now, on some level internally, you're sort of coming to terms with, and you kind of can't think about much else, is this something that I want to give a second chance, or is it done and should I move on? Seven of Swords in your conscious awareness. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Six of Wands. Another theme of reconciliation. Oh, for those of you poor souls who watched the Virgo reading and heard me yammer on about reconciliation, it's coming up in all the readings, and I am reading for all of you. And so for some of you, that is what's on the mind. That is what's in your energy field. I'm tapping into it. It's being transmuted here between the two of us. Well, all of you and me. And it's just kind of comes through, and whatever energy or darkness or heaviness you're sitting with, the energy is being transmuted into some form of consideration. Wonder if we could reconcile this difference. Wondering if there's an opportunity. And it's holiday season. That's what it tends to bring up, is we tend to approach the new year wanting bygones to be bygones, wanting to make peace, especially with people we love. And because we have this Empress here, divine feminine energy coming in, it feels like there's this openness and receptivity. But in your conscious awareness, it's about a new beginning. 8 of Swords, feeling stuck, but underneath, 6 of Wands, right? Meeting with the applause, the cheers, the acceptance, the opportunity to make peace. I know. 7 of Swords is not great energy, but it isn't always about what we think it's about. And that's part of this full moon in Gemini, is what is the truth of it? I mean, if you have the receipts, you flat out got somebody. That's different. That's not what I think I'm seeing here. What I think I'm seeing here is fears of being deceived, fears of being taken advantage of, taken for granted, lied to, deceived, betrayed, fears of that. For some of you, if it's flat out, yep, this happened, it's done, there's no reconciliation possibilities, this just may not be your reading. But for some of you who are coming to terms with something that has ended or is in the process of ending, it's almost like that last moment where you take an honest look at the situation and what energy do you want to put out there for this person. Is it that what's done is done, it's behind us, let's make peace? Is it I don't trust because I have all this evidence to support why I shouldn't trust, but I'd like us to find our way back and work through something? 8 of Pentacles, right? There's like a little bit of different nuances to this particular energy that's coming through. So let's look at the Ace of Cups in the future. Five of Wands again, 6 of Cups, King of Pentacles. So whoever this is about, meaning whoever it is you're thinking of right now as I'm doing this reading, there's definitely an outside source of conflict. There may be tension between you. There may have been a disagreement, arguments, but this is definitely somebody, 6 of Cups, that you feel very connected to, and perhaps for longer than you've known them. Meaning this is somebody that, despite however long you've known them, feels like you've known them lifetime after lifetime. So there's warmth and comfort, yet there's still a conflict. King of Pentacles underneath. Is this somebody who is available to you in 3D? Right? What's holding them back? Is it a toxic pattern of behavior? Is it nefarious intentions toward you? Is it deception and betrayal? Or is it your thoughts and perceptions about this person's intentions? Right? So lots of possible questions to ask yourself, especially if you're doing a full moon ritual, which is all about release. First, gratitude for where we are, how far we've come, how much we've grown, how much we've learned about ourselves, and then the release of whatever doesn't serve us anymore. So I'm going to give you the astrology here. This is pretty intense, definitely very intense. I'm feeling like I haven't yet seen the take a risk energy. I almost feel like for many of you, you already have. And landed with a thud, which is why you're seeking some healing and now coming through from your higher power, your highest good, your highest self. That's kind of the Queen of Wands energy that I'm feeling. And you're open to forgiveness and maybe second chances for some of you, but at the very least, you're mostly interested in, is this person going to show up for me? Are they going to have my back? Are they going to be somebody I can count on? So that's what we're going to explore in the extended, what I'm going to look at for all of you, Aries through Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, what's being illuminated, what needs to change, since this is all happening in the mutable signs, and what needs to be released. That's what we're going to look at. For now, Devil energy is the challenge. That is Capricorn. Queen of Wands is Aries. Empress is Venus, which rules Taurus and Libra. Judgment is Pluto, which rules Scorpio. We have the Sun is the Sun, which rules Leo. High Priestess is Pisces. We've got the King of Pentacles is Taurus. So very interesting reading, and I can't wait to see what comes through in your extended as we take a trip around the zodiac. So I'll see you there. The link's below. Happy Cyber Monday. Hope you had a lovely holiday for those who celebrated, and I'll see you in the extended. Bye for now.